Good morning, lifestyle business builders. How are you today? So, we have got another Top Tip Tuesday coming at you. And amazingly, I am not delirious yet. So, I've actually been up since 1 a.m. this morning because at the moment I am operating on US time, USA time, studying with Donald Miller and his team to become a certified story brand guide. So that is pretty cool. And yeah, straight after this coaching call, I've got a meeting. Oops, we've got a thing happening in the back here. Let me just get rid of that. Ah, where is it? There we go. Right. I'm back. Sorry, that was the training. I had to leave 30 minutes early just so that I could come in here and do Top Tip Tuesday with you guys. So, hello, if you are watching live, I see that someone's just jumped on live. We've got a bit of a calamity thing here. I was just saying at the moment I'm operating on USA time because I'm studying with Donald Miller to become a certified story brand guide. And I'm amazed actually that I do not yet feel delusional. I'm checking through my activities on my 75 hard. This is my last of the 5 water bottles that I need to drink for today, day 2, and it's literally 8 a.m. I've been up since 1 a.m. Online in Zoom, learning so much cool stuff. So that's all pretty cool. So what I wanted to do on today's Top Tip Tuesday was really talk through some different marketing ideas because that's really the stuff that I'm learning a lot about at the moment. And I wanted to share with you some of those key things that you can use in your own business to take it to the next level. So I'm going to share my screen. Before I do that, actually, I just wanted to address Marty's question around, which I've only just seen. Could I do some blue sky mining for the lollipop tips? I still need your training for the groove thing. I'm not prepared to do that here, as in I just haven't prepared that. It's not that I wouldn't be prepared to do that. I'd normally say yes for sure, but I haven't got my notes together to do that off the cuff, and I literally just saw your request there, Marty. So I promise that this week I will get the blue sky mining stuff done. I want to do it properly and I want to do it justice. I'd rather not just randomly do stuff that seems nonsensical or doesn't flow easily. So with that being said, let me share my screen. And I want to talk through some things around marketing. And if you are watching live, we've got someone here. Good morning. I'd love it if you could go to the link above, the eCam link in this post, and just click it so that it will accept to allow me seeing who it is that's talking. Because at the moment, whoever it is that's tuning in live, I can see that you've said good morning, but I don't know who you are. So please, I would love it if you could do that. It won't bring you on screen or anything. What it will do is just allow me to see your name, and when I bring up your comments, your profile pic will be there. So let's talk marketing, shall we? So when it comes to marketing, this is probably the area that I love the most about building businesses. And really, there are 3 key things we need to consider. Oh, hey, Sue, how are you? Did you click the link, Sue? I'd love to know. Oh, my thing there. I'm just going to shrink down my circles and bring them into the screen so you guys can see them. Oh, let's put them there. Now, Rihanna has clicked the link. This is what it should look like, Sue. I don't know if you've clicked the link. We've got Geordie here as well. Welcome, Geordie. I was just saying before, I'm actually operating on USA time, training with Donald Miller to be a story brand guide. And I have to say, for those of you that are coming to boot camp next week, buckle up because the content is epic and we're doing an entire day on building your story brand. So I'm super excited. I'm not sure. I have done it before. and it was showing up in the past. Yeah, you'll need to do it again if it's not showing up because I think the software has upgraded. But let's talk about your marketing, my friends. And there are 3 areas that we need to consider. So firstly, we want to look at your positioning. And there's a difference between your positioning, your messaging, and your offer. So when it comes to positioning, we want to position you as the expert. And I'll draw through again, and many of you have seen it, the hierarchy of value that I talk about. At the bottom of the hierarchy of value is the jack of all trades, the generalist, and towards the top is the expert, where I recommend that you go, and then the celebrity expert, where I hope you can land one day, where you become absolutely famous for what you do. So we want to understand positioning, and in a moment I'm going to give you 6 P's of positioning that are really great things to think about. So I would grab a pen and a piece of paper for this morning's Top Tip Tuesday because you'll want to take some notes. The other thing that we need to get right is your messaging, and we want it to be laser focused. We also need it to be, my words are going out of the thing there. Laser focused. I'm going to move myself up here actually. See, I love that I can do this. I can just move myself around. Laser focused. And we also want your messaging to be simple. So the messaging is the stuff that I'm learning at the moment in the story brand. I'm a huge fan of Donald Miller's work. And really the key is to have the messaging to be clear and compelling and on point in a way that is simple. There's a great saying, if you confuse them, you will lose them. And so we want your messaging to be simple language. And in fact, Donald Miller opened day 1 of the training, which was this morning at like 2 a.m., saying that he sees a lot of people trying to be clever, cute, and overly complex with their languaging. We don't want that. We want a simple, laser-focused message that really just speaks to your niche or your target audience. And we're going to go deep into that in the Business Bootcamp. And then, of course, we want your offer to be irresistible. And in fact, we want to create an offer that is so good, people feel like a fool if they miss out on it. Like, we want the offer to be so irresistible that they go, oh my God, I would be crazy not to get this. And so we do that by using the value stack. So I've taught before about irresistible offers, and many of you would know about the value stack. It's certainly within 7 steps to 6 figures. I've taught before about positioning, and I've even taught before about messaging in LBB. But I want to take it to another level, and I want to go into what's called the 6 P's of positioning. And this actually comes from Dan Bolton, who I'm working with at the moment. He's one of my coaches who's helping us through Facebook marketing in groups and Facebook advertising. He calls it his hybrid method. He's put together what he calls the 6 P's of positioning that helps you really nail down where you want to be. So grab your pen, let's write them down. The first one is the person. So who specifically are you speaking to? Who is it that you are talking to specifically? The second one is, oops, that's gone off hang on, let me start again here for some reason. Okay, let's go up there. Okay, the second one. Sorry, my screen's not playing nicely for me. Oh, goodness me. The second one, oh, we've got a block there. Hang on a minute, folks. Let me start again. My screen's just doing weird things. I'm going to scroll down to the next page. So let's wait for it to refresh. Oh, Michelle Jules Parsons says, morning, sorry I missed the start. I was on the treadmill. Yep, day 2. Keep it up, Michelle. Day 2 of 75 hard. Okay, my thing, let me just stop sharing my screen. It's just frozen for some reason. I'm just going to close that down and then reshare. Don't you love tech when it plays nicely? I'm just going to reshare my screen, but while we wait for that, I'll just talk you through. Oh, here we go. Maybe it's going to work this time. Nah, it's still frozen. Yeah. All right, we can't write them down. Probably a good thing anyway, because my writing's so messy. So let me just talk you through the 5 P's of positioning. So the first one is the person. So who is the person you want to really be positioned with or in front of? Who is the person that you want to be positioned in front of? The person that you want to speak to. It's basically your niche or your ideal client. The second one is the problem that you help them solve. Now, this is a big thing, and people will only spend money with you when they understand the problem that you help them solve. A lot of the time, people in marketing get caught up with all this flowery kind of airy-fairy words, and they fail to really outline or hone in on the problem that they help people solve. What is the problem we help people solve? Making money in business, the struggle of trying to build a business on your own and the struggle of trying to get to 6 figures working part-time. We help people solve that problem. What is then the third one? The promise. So the promise is really all about the results that you help people achieve. So our promise is build a 6-figure business, working 3 days a week, doing what you love. And you know what? You can probably even take the school holidays off. So our promise is to go from 0 to 6 figures in 12 months if you follow the bouncy ball and do all of the things that we suggest you should do. Now, the question is, what is your specific promise that you help people achieve? So we've got the person, the problem, the promise. The fourth one is the process. So this is how you actually do it. And what is your process like? Is it an intense process? Is it a high value process? Yes, is the answer to that. Is it a transformational process? Is it a tick and flick process? No, we do not want it to be a tick and flick process. But really get clear about where you want the process to be positioned. The fifth one is pricing. Are you cheap? Are you middle range, or are you premier or expensive? And so we started out in the 7 Effect as being fairly cheap. Sort of, you know, a lot of people start in this area where you're testing the waters, and my hourly rates working in the 7 Effect were only $150 an hour. But the crazy thing is, as a contracted consultant, I was being charged out into the corporate world at $350 an hour plus GST. Same market, same person, but different rates. Big wake up moment. And I went, why am I building a business and positioning myself as cheap when I'm already playing in the market as premium? So when I had that wake up call, it took me about 6 months to really realize it and wake up. We restructured our pricing, and do you know what happened? We got even busier. So please know that being cheap is not necessarily good. In fact, what it often does is have you be overlooked and thrown into the market with all of the bottom feeders. Michelle Jules Parson is a great example of pricing. She's premium. She's more expensive than most funeral celebrants, but do you know what? She's still very cheap for the incredible service that she delivers. And so she's positioned herself to be someone that's not just a celebrant, but someone that really goes above and beyond and does all this customized and tailored work for her clients in a much higher value way. And that's allowed her to, in the last couple of years, to literally double the size of her business. Well done, Michelle, on that. And then the sixth one is personality. What is the personality around your brand or you? Are you serious and professional? Are you empathetic and caring? Are you supportive and nurturing? Are you fun and quirky? Are you raw, real, and authentic? That's very much mine. Are you adventurous? whatever that might be. So let's just recap again. The 6 P's of your positioning is number 1, what is the person you want to be positioned in front of as the expert? Remember, you want to be at the top of the value of hierarchy as an expert. Number 2, what is the problem that you help those people solve? Number 3, what is the promise that you will deliver? The promise is the results. Number 4, what is number 4? The process. How do you help them achieve that promise, from that problem to that promise? Number 5 is the pricing. Are you cheap, middle range, or expensive? And number 6 is your personality around that. So I wanted to share that with you because I thought for Top Tip Tuesday, when I was going through that with Dan Bolton, it works. See, you click the link, I can see your face. Thank you so much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Michelle, I'd love it if you could click that link too. Once it's done, it should stay done and we can see you from here on in. And same with you, Geordie. So moving forwards, let's get your positioning right. Spend some time going through those 6 different things. Then we want to actually understand your messaging, and this is where the story brand really plays out. So for those of you that are joining me at bootcamp, we're going to spend a whole day on this. For those of you that can't be at bootcamp, there's only 2 spots left at it, by the way, but for those of you that can't be at bootcamp next week, I encourage you to jump on a coaching call with me and we will literally nut it out. I will coach you through the process of the 7 stages of building your story brand canvas and helping you get your messaging so on point and so simple that people just go, oh my God, they are talking to me. Like, you have literally just described exactly my situation and exactly what I want and exactly where I'm stuck. And this is what great messaging will do for you. In fact, what we've been going through, and I'll just talk you through the 7 steps of your story brand concept, because this is what I'll be coaching you guys through on the calls or in the boot camp. The first thing is we identify the character who is the hero in your journey. Hot tip, you are not the hero of your own story. You are the guide. The hero is your customer. And so we want to get really clear on what is the hero or the main character, which is your customer, and what do they want? Like, ultimately, this is the thing. What do they want? So when the hero enters the story in your story brand script, they enter with a problem, and the problem has 3 layers to it. There's an external problem, an internal problem, and a philosophical problem. And so we want to unpack that, because that gives us language that will help us speak directly to your client. So they're going, oh my God, you really get me. When the hero has the problem, they need a guide, and the guide is you. And this is where it's critically important in your business that you position yourself as the guide, not the hero. And the thing is, when you become the guide, you are the strongest character, but not the main character. Because in every good story, the hero begins ill-equipped. They begin a little bit confused or uncertain. They've got challenges and obstacles to overcome, and that's what makes them the hero. They've got to slay the dragons and wrestle through the forest and make it towards the other end. And the thing that keeps us compelled in any good story is the question, will the hero make it? Can the hero succeed? And so the person that helps the hero succeed is the guide. You are the guide to your clients, and we want you to be positioned as the guide, the sideline parts, the guide to the main character, the hero, because you're the one who's already slayed the dragons, been through the forest, and come out the other end transformed. You're not caught up in the wrestle of trying to learn how to do it. You've done it. So it's a very important thing to understand. Then the guide gives them the plan, just a simple 3-step plan. So we're going to unpack what is your plan to help people get to the result. And it will call them to take action. There'll be a first direct action and then a transitional action. And so when we do the coaching in the group coaching calls or at the story brand, at the 4-day business bootcamp next week. We'll delve into that a whole lot more. And then because of this action, it's going to leave your clients with success, direct results of success, but we also want to highlight the risks of them not taking action with you as well. And so there's 7 parts or 7 steps in your story brand. And what's really beautiful is each of those parts is just a few words. Some of them might be 2 to 5 words long. And then we weave those catchphrases into your script every time you write an email, every time you build a landing page. And having this as an asset, your brand script. In fact, if I can try and share my screen with you again, you can see what I got going on. Oh, great. I clicked it about 5 minutes ago. Geordie says, thank you, Geordie, for doing that. And then, wow, this story brand approach is deep, really Jungian. Yes, I know, Geordie, you are going to love it. So let me show you. It's very deep, and it's based on Joseph Campbell's work around the hero's journey, but Donald Miller has taken it from a marketing perspective and really made it easy for marketers to weave this into their business message. So let me share my screen with you. Let me just do share screen. And you can see here, this is the cool thing. This is a canvas that you are all going to get in LBB, and we're going to work on this in the next couple of weeks. For some of you, it'll be a couple of months, depends where you are. But I want you all to have this as an asset in your business because this is uber cool. So we're going to get really clear on your character and what they want. Then we're going to be able to focus on their problem, the external, internal, and philosophical. Unpack you as a guide and how you do empathy as well as authority. Then we're going to create your 3-step plan of how clients start working with you. Then we're going to call them to action. There'll be a direct action of what you want your clients to do to get started on their plan. And there'll be some transitional actions, which will be, in the meantime, here's some things to review. We're going to highlight the key results that they'll get if they choose to work with you. And then we also want to let them know what the tragic failures could be if they choose not to work with you. And ultimately, this is all going to be built around their transformational identity. So I'm super pumped to do this work with you. Business Bootcamp next week, we have an entire day on this. The bootcamp next week, for those of you coming, which there's quite a few of you on this call that are coming, which is great. We've got the first day is your keynote as an inspiring story, that your story as an inspiring keynote that sells. The second day, we're doing the story brand. Third day, 6-figure plan. Fourth day, copy and PR, and writing your Facebook ad for your funnel. So super productive 4 days, and looking forward to sharing that with you all. So we've got Anne jumped in as well. Good morning, Anne. I'm just about to wrap it up, actually. If anyone has a question, let me know. Sue says, love all of this. Off to NLP course now. I'll catch the replay. Have a fabulous day. Thanks for being here, Sue. And I'll see you at the boot camp because I know you booked in with one of the golden tickets, which is fantastic. Any questions about that? I recommend, look, we got a comment here. Wow, I actually got that wording off guide in my tagline, walking beside you, guiding and supporting you every step of the way. There you go. You are already literally the guide, Michelle, which is fantastic. Now, if there's no other questions, what did I want to finish with? Now, Anne, are you coming to the boot camp? You're all booked in with your golden ticket. You got your flights organised to be here next week. Hopefully I'll see you there. All right, folks, what I wanted to say is jump on the coaching call today. It goes from 10 till 12. Then tomorrow there's another one from 10 till 12, which will be me. Next month in March, the last coaching call of each month will actually be with Amy Springhall, the founder of Edge PR and Copy. Tomorrow, though, Wednesday, I'll be doing the Copy Fix class for the last time this year, And I would love to go through some of this story brand stuff with you. If you can't get on the call tomorrow, jump on the call today and we can totally do copy and PR for you. Just copywriting and story brands. And there's also a call on Thursday. And remember, tech support with Marty on Friday as well. So as always, we've got another epic big month or big week ahead for you here in the Lifestyle Business Builder. I hope that this Top Tip Tuesday has been of value for you this morning. Sorry about my tech failures. I'm going to take a quick breather now before I jump on the call, and then I'm going to go for a walk, get my 45-minute walk in. I'm going to finish my last bottle of water, and then after the call, I'm going to go to bed, which is very strange. So I'm totally on shift work. Anne says, driving to Adelaide. Oh my God, that's fantastic. I love a good road trip. Brilliant. So we'll look forward to welcoming you to the Life Design Studio here in Adelaide as well. Okay, folks, that is it for me. Geordie says, useful and interesting, thanks. My pleasure, Geordie. Thank you for being here. And now that the 7 steps is done, I look forward to welcoming you into LBB and going even deeper into getting your business off the ground. All right, I'll see you all on a coaching call soon. Bye-bye.